stunning report from Israeli independent media states that the Israeli Defense Forces have in fact found Chinese weapons in the hands of Hamas terrorists during their ground raids on Hamas hideouts in Gaza. This is just the latest incident in a series of events over the past year that point to exactly one thing. Xi Jinping and China are driving this conflict on, and whether the big question is whether this is proof of China's World War C strategy. This series of events that show that China is engaging the Western powers in a series of conflicts that drain the global economy and stress supply chains to trap smaller nations into higher dependence on China. Xi Jinping's master plan to mire the world in China's dominion has been revealing itself slowly, and this is just another marker for all those who are watching. Meanwhile, with us on the broadcast is my colleague Akshit Gupta. Akshit, we are getting to know that an organized cache of weapons, Chinese weapons in particular, has in fact been recovered by the Israeli Defense Forces in Gaza. What can you tell our viewers?
According to the reports we are getting to know that IDF have actually captured a massive stash of Chinese weapons used by terrorists in Gaza. And, you know, according to Karis Witte, who is also the CEO and founder of a Signal Group and an expert on China-Israel relations, then he has said that it's unlikely that the Chinese weapons were bought directly from Beijing because China has an extensive arms industry and it does not sell weapons to, non-state entities. It certainly does sell weapons to countries like in the Middle East. Israel must also check the issue with the official Chinese authority. That's what Witte emphasized on. And, China has close relations with Iran also, which is behind terror proxies that are currently attacking Israel and destabilizing the Middle East. Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and the Houthis in Yemen and other players. So of course, that point also remains to be checked, as of now. And according to some other reports also, then the China-Iran agreement was to include more cooperation on training and research defense industries, military joint ventures. When the China-Iran agreement was signed in 2021, then Amos Yazilin, who was Israel's former IDF chief, also expressed concern over the military and security aspects of the two nations forming close ties. But meanwhile, when we talk about the Israel-Hamas war, then of course the ground operation is continuously intensifying over the course of time.
All right, Akshit, I would like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, but also with us this morning is Colonel Shivdan Singh, who is a defense expert. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us on NewsX. Now, China had very pointedly earlier called for peace between Israel and Hamas when the war had broken out. The Chinese were in fact adamant on the establishment of peace and exercise of restraint. This is what they had said earlier. Meanwhile, now we're getting to know that Chinese weapons are being in fact found in Gaza in the hands of Hamas terrorists. Of course, Xi Jinping's global ambitions for Chinese domination is not a secret at this point. But is this proof of China's nefarious ploys as far as ensuring that the West is continuously embroiled in wars is concerned?
Right from beginning, in the world wheresoever the conflict starts and America comes in support of some party, that China will certainly stand against the party who is being helped by America. So in this case, America came in the help of Israel, so automatically understood that China will be with the Hamas. And Hamas, once as a defense expert, I can appreciate this kind of war which Hamas is waging against Israel is not possible without logistic and arms and equipment support from some big country. So in this case, it is clearly indicated that Iran is supporting Hamas all out. And weapons, all these weapons have been imported by Iran only from China, because Iran and China have got very close sort of a agreement for defense equipment and kind of things. So Iran is supplying all arms and ammunition to these Hamas terrorists, and all the administrative support, logistic support, all being provided by Iran and other countries which are supporting this Hamas. So it is clear-cut that China has come into the play, and China's weapons, either intentionally it has been given to these Hamas terrorists, or Iran has imported them from China and give it to these terrorist groups.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.